Thanks, everyone, for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Grizzlies, they're hoping to break out from 8th place in the back half of the season.
You know, for Memphis, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then it's Miles Bridges. And for Memphis, they've got John Conchar. Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Ty Jerome, and it's Williams in at the 2 spot. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you, the first or the second?
You know, B.A., after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. In the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So, I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, the Grizzlies made multiple moves over the last year to free up salary, and they put it to good use this summer with extensions for Jaren Jackson Jr. and Santi Aldama, not to mention signing free agent guard Ty Jerome. Now, trading away Desmond Bane hurt, but this team should continue to be a factor.
They play with swagger. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now here's Sexton, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Connects from downtown.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere, strong from beyond the arc.
Here's Jerome. A minute 15 left now in the first quarter. On the wing, Conchar. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Clark. There's Jackson with the 3. No good on the shot. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Miller. The 3 from Sexton. And the Hornets, another 3.
A nice little J from Sexton. When he's feeling it, he has a good touch on those shots.
Ball against Jerome. Jackson outside. Counted from distance. Jackson's got 8 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
1 minute left to play in the first quarter. Here's Ball. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Hey, the mid-range can be touch and go for Ball, but he takes a nice, smooth shot that time.
And the dunk by Jackson.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's Ball. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Over Jerome. And Ball with a basket. The assist by Sexton. And it's 6 points for LaMelo Ball.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
He was all alone on that one.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter. Carrying the load for sure.
Grizzlies with the rebound. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And the basket by Bridges.
He relishes his role in this offense, and He's a natural leader, too.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hornets out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Santi Aldama out there with Jock Landale. Then there's Jalen Wells. Then it's Scottie Pippen. And it's Spencer in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back over to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And another three from Memphis.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Miller. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Miller's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Clark is checked in for Landale. Jackson comes in for Aldama. Conchar, he's checked in for Wells. And Williams is subbed in for Spencer. Miles Bridges checked in for Charlotte. Sexton comes in for Simpson. Pass to Jackson. And here's Clark. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at the Clippers, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Seeing where the Hornets are, they're the best team in the league. No surprise at all. I mean, they have the talent. They will be a factor in the title race.
Clark outside. From the high post. And the jumper is good. And Clark, by my count, in your career, you made all of 23 triples. And hit a respectful 34%.
23 over close to 5-year career, maybe the equivalent of 3 1/4 years on the court. Yeah, the 3-ball was not being shot a lot. I will tell you, I was looking to add it to my repertoire, though, and that's the case for all of these guys playing now. Everybody is shooting threes.
Here's Williams after Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. Pass to Conchar. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Miller, and it's Charlotte with another.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Clark. Here's Pippen from outside the arc. Plumlee pulls down the board. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now. And just banging his way for the bucket. Knipple with all the fight.
Here's Pippen after the basket by Charlotte. And again, Memphis no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Sexton. Again, Charlotte.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
Jackson outside. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got 16 points now.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting? And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And now, moving on. How about Jaren Jackson Jr. in the first half? Getting it done.
He's feeling it, exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to seal those gaps because he's making it look too easy.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Colin Sexton out there with Ball.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Ball. He has 6. There's the triple. Melo knocking down a 3.
Matching threes. Ball got those points back in a hurry.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. On the wing, Conchar. To the middle. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Jerome against Ball. No good on the triple. Memphis leading. Williams from long range. Offensive rebound. Clark. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Clark's got his second basket of the game.
They've come out hot this second half, hitting 3 of their first 4 shots.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, a couple seasons ago, beset with injuries, the Grizzlies rode Jaren Jackson Jr. He said, I probably had never been put in a position to be that offensively free in my life. Getting those experiences, I can take that going forward. But it's more fun to have everybody around you for sure. Back to you guys.
Great to see how he's grown. Allie, thank you.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here. But he's battling, continuing to fight.
Pass to Jerome. Five to shoot. Here's Conchar. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
And Ball gets it to go.
The defense must honor Ball's 3-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Pass to Jackson. Now Jerome. Here's Jackson from downtown. His second miss of the game. He's 7 for 9. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Sexton. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for Colin Sexton.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Jerome. Over Ball. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Charlotte on top. They lead by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that. are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Brandon Clark out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Williams. Then it's John Conchar. And it's Jerome in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Sexton there for the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh, the shot is off. And Williams has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They trail by 3.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Oh, the shot is off. Memphis has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Here's Jerome. Takes a 3. It's off. We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Ball in the paint.
Among the best ball handlers in the league for sure. LaMelo right to the rack.
Memphis has gone 1 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You got to play harder than that.
And, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everyone is alive, given the situation right now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Ball fires. The putback. Another shot. And that's money on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are 3 points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's Jackson. Yes, sir! Count it!
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Clark, no good on that one. Charlotte has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Sexton fires! 11-footer is good!
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket. A must hit, and he did.
Now Jackson. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. No good. Couldn't tie it up. Hornets leading by 3. Brandon Miller. And he sinks the jumper.
No need to worry, folks. Miller's saying, I got this.
For Memphis, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Jerome against Ball. 6 to shoot. Clark outside. Oh, the long ball, no good. And so they foul intentionally. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Talk about much in the clutch. Big trip to the line there.
Timeout call, Memphis. 29 seconds left in the final quarter.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And now we've got an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, you come up with a list of all of the creative players in the league, and, you know, you've got to have LaMelo Ball on that list somewhere near the top. You know, he gives you head-turning passes at least a couple of times a game.
Sexton goes again. Williams rips down the board. And so the Hornets take the win. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Colin, your development has been such a bright spot for this team. What are you seeing in your game right now?
The game's starting to slow down a little bit, and my teammates and I, we continue to watch film, and they continue to help me out each and every day when we're in practice, so I give big thanks to them.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Thanks, Colin.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.